Okay, so yes, I am Lori McCormick. I'm here with Teresa Martin, and we are two of the four social studies teachers for 8th grade at Lawton C. Johnson. The other two teachers are Gina Tarabaccia and Mr. Dan Miller. So to begin with, thank you so much, Mayor and President Naidu, for having us here, and the rest of the Common Council and City Administrator. Our students are really excited to present their projects to you as they worked really hard on these. So just to begin with, quickly to give you a brief overview of the project and our course. Our course is called We the Students, and it has a very big hand in civic engagement. And in order to begin the year off, we do a public policy project where we begin by learning all about local government. We learn all about you, all about your role. We even had a who's who sheet this year where they had to learn all of your names and put your names to their faces. So. And once we learn about local government, learn what your role is, and learn how to be an active citizens, we then encourage our students to become active citizens. And in doing so, we ask them to identify a problem in Summit or an area that they feel could be improved. They look at that problem and they survey people in Summit and to determine if it's not just them, but the community as a whole that feels that there is a need in this area. Once they realize that there is a need, they move forward to do research. They research the problem, they research other towns, not only New Jersey, but also in the United States to see how they've dealt with that problem. And then they come up with an action plan how to fix the problem. And they even look into budgets and the money it would take to fix these problems. So tonight you are going to hear from 4 of our groups in the 8th grade. The topics you will hear about, the first one is going to be about plastic bags in Summit and deterring people from using them. The second topic you are going to hear tonight is about Summit bike rental program, kind of like a city bike system. The third topic you're going to hear about is snow removal and improving the efficiency of that. And then the last topic you're going to hear about is maintenance of parks and our sporting fields here in Summit. So, without further ado, our first group that is going to be presenting to the council tonight are the plastic bags in Summit, the group that's trying to deter use of plastic bags in Summit. We have Ravi Naidu, Zachary Siegel, and Bennett Harvey. So come on over. You can stand right here. You can put it, actually, if you want to put it on the table, maybe. Great.
That's okay. There you go. Pop on the chair. I don't want to break the rule. Set this off. Uh-oh. Mike? Robbie, you should know that.
Take that out of his father's salary.
Hello, I am Bennett Harvey.
I'm Zachary Siegel.
I'm Ravi Naidu.
Hello. Hello. Thank you for allowing us to speak at this meeting. My name is Bennett Harvey. My associates Ravi Naidu, Zachary Siegel, and I have come before you today to explain our proposed policy to help restrict plastic bag pollution.
Summit, like many other cities, is currently facing the environmental effects of plastic bags. In case you are unaware, 94% of marine animals have plastic in their stomachs. Plastic takes thousands of years to decompose, affects more than 800 animal species, and only 7% of plastic bags are actually recycled worldwide.
Plastic bags do not just affect animals, however. Chemicals such as bisphenol A can leach from plastic bags into the soil. When the foods grown in said soil are consumed, toxins can enter the brain, trigger cellular reactions, and/or cause hormonal changes.
To prove our point, we surveyed a number of Summit citizens. The overwhelming majority stated that plastic bag usage is an issue that needs to be addressed. Almost everyone surveyed stated that this issue affected almost all of the population. Finally, almost everybody uses plastic bags at least once every few days.
We have created a 5-step action plan proposal to present to you. Stage 1. We shall run an education campaign to make it clear to the public that plastic bags are irreparably hurting the environment. Stage 2. Introduce and pass an ordinance requiring local businesses to display a score given by the Environmental Commission and/or the Summit Conservancy that shows how many plastic bags they use.
Stage 3. introduce the plastic bag user fee and explain it to the public, and make it clear that money generated would go to buying reusable bags. Stage 4, pass the ordinance. Stage 5, design reusable bags to promote local businesses.
The heart and soul of our plan is, of course, the plastic bag user fee. The official text is not permanent, but a proposal is. For every plastic bag that a person takes from a local business, they will be required to pay a usage fee of 15 cents. This fee will be collected by the business and delivered to the city every January 1st.
As we mentioned in our plan, the proceeds from this user fee would go to buying reusable bags for every household in Summit, designed to promote local businesses.
I lived in Dublin for 3 years, where a 22-cent user fee was in place on every plastic bag. I saw the effectiveness of this fee firsthand, and I rarely saw anyone use a plastic bag.
It's not just... It's... I'm too short. It's not just Ireland. Chicago saw a 42% drop in plastic bag usage after a user fee was implemented, and Montgomery County in Maryland saw a 72% decrease in plastic bags found at stream sites after a user fee was implemented.
All across the U.S., people are making real change when it comes to the environment. Summit must join them and take a stand. We cannot sit idly by while the environment is annihilated before our very eyes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys very much.
Okay, next up we have Elizabeth Pushkar and Inez Lopez Severo to talk to you about a Summit bike rental program.
Hello, my name is Inez Lopez Silvero.
And I'm Elizabeth Pushkar, and we are 8th grade students at LCJSMS. Our idea to help Summit is to put bike rental stations all around town.
We can all agree that traffic is a big problem in Summit. Because of the cars stuck on the road, the vehicles release gas which creates pollution. 64% of population wake up and go to work in the morning. If everyone wakes up at the same time, the roads will be congested with vehicles.
By placing bike docks all over Summit, this will cut back on gas emissions. We will place these docks at Tatlock Field, Memorial Field, the train station, the YMCA, 7-Eleven, Franklin Field, Lincoln Field, and Jefferson Field. The following information that we found from George Washington University's bike sharing program is modified to fit Summit's demographics and the needs that we have. Installing these 8 bike rental stations would cost $292,307, and the yearly maintenance cost would be $86,000. If 10% of people in Summit enroll in yearly memberships, which is around $60, Summit will collect $132,000 a year in revenue. If yearly maintenance cost is only $86,000, then Summit would make $46,000, and this money could go to installing even more bike stations.
Our annual members would cost $30 to $95. The first 30 to 60 minutes for every ride would be free. And then it'd be a $2 to $4 for each addition 30-minute segment. For 1 day pass would equal $5 to $10. 1 week pass would cost $10 to $25, and 1 month pass would cost $15 to $40. A gold membership would cost $40, so the first 60 minutes of a ride is free. Then there would be $1 for each additional 30-minute segment. A silver membership would cost $25, so the first 30 minutes of the ride are free. And then there would be $1 for each additional 30-minute segment. So for the casual riders, it'd be $1 per 30 minutes.
We would like to thank you for listening to our idea and like for you guys to help us with our idea. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, next up we have Gabriel Malik and Grady Borst to present to you on snow removal.
My name is Gabriel Malik,
And my name is Grady Borst.
and we are students at LCJ SMS currently. We came up with this idea of snow removal efficiency when we thought of last winter, especially between February and March. Summit was hit in New Jersey, but Summit primarily was hit by 4 coastal storms in a time span of 4 weeks. And many of you probably remember this, but Summit was down for a while. There was no school for 3 to 4 days, and the town was moving very slowly. It took a while to get back up. And we felt that this was an issue that needed to be, that it was very prominent and that it needed to be solved and addressed. And yet again, it was shown a few weeks ago where we were hit by the flash snowstorm, and schools weren't canceled, and it took hours for people to get home. And in this issue, we found 3 main problems that needed to be addressed. 1, the streets weren't being plowed fast enough. 2, when the streets were being plowed, lots of snow was being pushed back into people's driveways, just creating work for the citizens. And 3, not all of the streets were being plowed. We did a survey, several people agreed with this. More than 90% of the survey said that this issue needed to be addressed. So in order to come up with ideas to fix this problem, we came up with an action plan.
So we decided to obviously get the 3 solutions to the problem using our action plan. So we wanted to write 2 letters, one to David Naidu, the council president, and one to Michael Rogers, the city administrator. We also made a petition in our school, and 15 out of 18 people agreed with our idea to just improve it. And we just want to put a banner, if you know when they have the what's it called?
Banners for the market.
Yeah, the market banners. We could put one of those up. If you look on the board at the bottom of the action plan, we could put one of those up hanging, and people could see it, and it could get people's attention, and it could raise awareness for it, and people could maybe donate money to help if they really want to. Yep. Oh yeah. So the solutions. So we want to train. We have to make sure we train the people. So we need to make sure they learn how to not put the snow in the driveways. We want to get more snow plows. Well, there's 6 districts, and each district has 2 snow plows. We want to add 1 to each district to have 18 snow plows in all. And we need to, so we think that's a good idea, and we think that if you could improvise the routes, maybe to make it a bit faster to get all the roads done.
In the 2017 municipal goals and objectives, in the strategic objective section, it says that identify areas for improvement throughout the city to enhance transportation and public safety. We feel like this definitely is a public safety issue, considering the fact that cars will be slipping, it can cause accidents, and people could be hurt in the process. In addition to this, the number of snowplows that we feel is needed is an additional 6 in total. Each snowplow costs approximately $45,000 to $50,000, and if we wanted to get 6 over the next 5 years, which would be including with the 2017 through 2022 capital budget, we would end up doubling the $285,000 current situation, and if we double that to approximately $600,000 over the next 5 years, we would be able to pay for it with the approximated surplus of this year, which is around $6.9 million, making this plan not only needed, but it's also possible.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, and last but not least, we have Dita Mohammadi and Lena Sharma, and they're going to be talking to you about park and sporting field maintenance.
Hi, my name is Lena Sharma.
I'm Dita Mohammadi.
And one of the main problems we've been seeing in Summit is our parks. Even though they're really pretty and all, but there's a lot of litter and trash. And we focus mainly on cigarettes and smoking. The reason it's so important is because not only does it litter and create more trash, secondhand smoke is also very dangerous to all our community. We took a survey, and as you can see at the bottom, a bunch of people agree that this problem really needs to be addressed.
Yeah, and our policy proposal really focuses on the health and safety of our community as a whole. And our policy proposal also includes, if you can see on section 4, it's really small. I don't know how you're going to see it, but it says it. If you, after 9:30 p.m., the parks will be monitored and will be closed. And if you pursue your smoking after 9:30 p.m., you will have a $150 fine, and anytime after that you'll have $350 just to enforce this proposal. And also we wrote a letter to Beth Little, just really stating that since she really covers the parks and recreation areas, she would really help us, and if she approved it, that would be great.
Yeah. So not only are we going to be writing letters and trying to gain support, we also want to add more trash cans around. So if people do have litter and stuff, they can easily dispose of it. And not only that, we also want more maintenance workers working at the park. So not only will they constantly be clean,
Yes, just like you mentioned, like Lena mentioned, we will be needing a little bit help. Although it's not revenue neutral, it's still going to cost a little bit of money for garbage cans and signs that we were going to say, just like the young ones that play. We actually did a little bit of research, and we realized that in 2017, your municipal goals and objective, one of them was to maintain and upgrade critical city assets and infrastructure and promote safety. And that really includes, as it says, conduct routine scheduled preventive maintenance, and on it says parks and recreation areas, and also athletic fields. And we think then, since this has been an issue that you guys have brought up before in the past, we think that this is still a problem in Summit, and it should be addressed.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Let me just say, as I said, this was a sampling of all the different types of public policy ideas, and why we wanted to have, at least a sample brought in, is because these are the folks that are going to inherit this town, right? And so you're hearing from folks who will become the future residents. They are the residents. They'll become the future taxpayers of this town, and they're telling us the direction that they want to see things go. And these are the issues that are important to them, and then therefore they're the issues that are important to us. Because as we do public policy is never done for 1 year or 6 months. It is done for 5, 10, 15 years down the road. And we have to try to figure out how we achieve those goals that people are laying out. And it doesn't matter the age of the person that's speaking. It's the policy idea that matters. They're clear policy ideas here. So thank you all for coming in. Really appreciate it. I'm going to give a minute break, although I will say the next presentation by the chair of the Recycling Advisory Committee will probably touch on some points. They covered it. Sorry, Karen. But I'll give a minute break in case parents or kids want to leave, or as well as our educators. But thank you again very much. Okay, we'll take a minute break, guys. Okay.